Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of our English 30/20 online course for winter 21. I am really excited that we are well underway. It feels like we just started maybe yesterday, but actually it's been an entire week. And I have been really pleased and proud to see how you guys have already started engaging in the content of this course. So good job, everyone. I was pleased and just delighted to see that the discussions have been going really well. You guys are giving really thoughtful and thorough feedback and engaging really thoughtfully with each other. So good job. Keep up the good work. We're going to keep up this practice of discussing in our small groups, particularly when we have lots of readings, so that we can push each other's ideas forward. That's the whole purpose, right? I could have just as easily asked for a reading summary from all of you, but our cognition works differently when we're collaborating together and making meaning as a group, taking and receiving and responding to ideas from a collective. So there's a lot of value in what you guys are already engaging in. Keep up the good work. Now, a couple of things that I want to talk about in this video are, number one, I'm going to go through our week's assignments and kind of give you the lay of the land. We are finalizing project 1. I know that sounds really weird, but it's been a quick project. It's intended to be a quick project to kind of get us situated and fully grounded for this course. The other thing I want to talk about is orientation, which is going to happen next week. So I'm going to switch over to our Canvas view, walk through our assignments, talk a little bit about peer review, and then we'll talk about orientation at the end of this video. Okay, so here we are in our Canvas site. I'm scrolling down to week 2 because we're going to look at the overview for this week to get the lay of the land. To watch this week, your week 2 instructor video, which you're doing, high five. And also the mini lesson this week is for a peer review mini lesson. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Reading, we've got a couple of readings. And then also one of the reasons why you're doing a peer review mini lesson is because you're going to be doing peer review for the first time this semester. So you're going to read your classmates' drafts. And then you've got a few things to write, a reflection journal, which is going to help you with your project 1, your weekly readings discussion, which should also help you with project 1, peer review comments, and then your final position statement. So if we break it down across the week, this is a pretty fast flowing week, but hopefully nothing should be too strenuous if we break it up over several days. So by Wednesday, you want to have read you want to have watched your week 2 video. You want to have read one of the readings because there's 2. So really you just want to make sure you tackle one of them. Doesn't matter which. And then get going on your reflection journal maybe a little bit earlier because we're going to be doing drafting of your position statement, doing peer review and discussion of those readings. So we've got a lot of balls in the air, so to speak. Project 1 will be due at the end of this week, along with discussion 3 and your reflection journal. Please note that peer review is different than the final draft turn-in, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But for the peer review mini lesson, when you pull this out into its YouTube glory, what you're going to see is a mini lesson where I'm kind of talking through a set of slides. And here it's important to really let this sink in because what I'm laying out for you here is really my theory of peer review, which is going to guide us throughout the course of the semester. So make sure that you really attend to that because honestly, when you get to the peer review assignment, it's going to make a lot more sense once you watch the mini lesson video. And what I meant by the peer review being different is that there is a discussion thread here specifically for peer review. And then there's another place to post your final draft, okay? So when you do peer review, looks like we've already got some takers. Awesome, I love it. What you're going to see is that there's some instructions here. And then in terms of the peer review, I am referencing the orders of concern that I talk about in the mini lesson. So if you need a refresher on those orders of concern, definitely go back and watch that video. Now, I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about for this week. We're just flying through it, getting our sea legs, so to speak. The Project 1 assignment is a fairly straightforward one, and it's one that I am hoping we can return to at the end of the semester to help us reflect on where we started at the beginning of this whole service learning project. And then when we come to the end of the semester, looking back to see how far we've come. So keep that in mind. The best way then to go about this assignment is to respond to the prompts honestly, to draw from the readings in the ways that feel the most organic and make the most sense to you at this time. So hopefully that helps. All right, so I'm going to pull back to our full view, talk a little bit about orientation for next week, and then close out this video. Okay, so we have officially set a date and time for our synchronous orientation with St. Vincent Sarah Fisher. It will be next Tuesday, so that's the 26th. I had to peek at my planner. Tuesday the 26th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. This will be a synchronous Zoom meeting. I will be posting the Zoom link in this week's announcements and in next week's announcement as well. And this will be recorded. So if at all possible, I'm expecting everyone who can be there to be there, right? To show up to the Zoom orientation. Beth Kraft, the volunteer coordinator from St. Vincent Sarah Fisher, will be there. She'll be doing most of the talking, but she's going to have a couple of her colleagues who also work with scheduling and volunteer pairings with 2Ts. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be very informative. And if for some reason you have like total schedule conflict, like another synchronous class at that time, or work that you just can't get out of or what have you, we'll be recording it so you can watch it at a separate time. So I will see you guys in next week's video and next Tuesday from 10 to 11 for orientation with St. Vincent Sarah Fisher. It's very exciting. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email or make sure that you have all of Kat's contact information. Your peer mentor Kat is amazing. She is so cool. And she is available to you in lots of different modalities. So you can email her, you can contact her via the discussion thread where she posts. She's given a couple other contact things in her profile and in her welcome announcement. So make sure that you touch base with Kat, say hi. She's just a cool person to hang out with in general, but also as a peer mentor. She has peer mentored for 3020 for me before, so she knows very well the way that this class goes. So if you have any questions or need support just navigating the class, make sure you talk to Kat. Okay, hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.